Another beautiful day. Welcome to the platform of hope. In the book of Psalms 14, the word of God said, "The fool hath said in his heart, there is no God. The Lord looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there are any that did understand and seek God." Can you imagine? We allow the fools to think that we not serve the true and living God via our action. We become so consumed and brainwashed by the things of the enemy that we can't see what they might do. And we belittle God. We make God look bad. And him up there and him look down and him say, wait there. Me pity them not understand where you're going. Them not understand. None of them can seek my understanding to bounce back with what the enemy is doing, with what they perceive about me. Nobody can stand for me. Nobody cannot represent me well. Can you imagine how God look bad? Him said, what it says in verse 3, they are all gone aside. They are altogether become filthy. We become so consumed by the immoralities in life and make others believe that we not serve the true and living God. Look how many times person take us for fools, both the men and women. But it is so prominent among the men. The men in the past. You remember when them times there's a song say, "Si boops they go and go near my mouth." Some women take you for fool. Them don't want you, but they want the money. And I realize this thing is filtering over in the life of women. We take on some relationship where God never set us up with, and them take you for fool. Yeah. But in that interim, the still voice is saying something to you because he's teaching you the immoralities of life. The last word is yours, because in everything that appears to be negative, there's a message. What's the message out of it? For some of us, it will allow us to start to seek God, to engage that right standing, so as not to be the victim of it, so as not to be called constant fool. Remember the story of the prodigal son who took his wealth and went and exploited it. And I can just imagine how in those days he was highly recognized in the community if he was a community person. And the fools them out there wait upon him long time and say, yes, here comes that idiot, and him squander half his money. But there came a time when he says, I will arise and go back to my father's house. How many times we blunder and fail to acknowledge and to confess that we need to arise and go back to our roots, the foundation of the Word of God, who will guide us and teach us to become balanced in an unbalanced world. How many times? How many times? Because of God's grace and mercy. So we allow others to think that the God that we serve is not a man to him word. Him don't talk truth because of our behavior. We compromise some stuff. We sell him out. We sell him out. Just reflect on how many times somebody call you a fool because of your standing for God. And understand within that time, the Lord is just teaching you the character. Because when our back is against the wall via our bad choices, it causes us to see God as to what he is doing and what he's saying to us during that time. And when we get a better understanding, we will acknowledge and confess and arise into right standing. That's how it is. So sometimes situation in a negative way comes to teach us some morals, teach us how to change the way we do stuff, lest we will continue become a fool. But in some cases, when the Lord wants to show up, He allows us to appear to be fools for His glory. The story about David and Saul. Saul did not love David. But because of the obedience of David to where God was taking him, he was on training ground. So David became a fool for God to expose Saul. The same Saul spirit is around town, especially between the wall. We believe that it is all about us. And I understand that God expose we. Yeah. Expose we. Because we have not represented him well. We compromise some stuff. We sell him out. And he will not sit on his throne and allow us to keep on misrepresenting him. So he will set us up